कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative.
Today is Friday the 15th. I don't know where to look. I should look into the camera. It's funnily poised. I should look here. I'll just look like that. Yeah. Today is Friday the 15th December. It's the third last Friday of the year. A year is over, people. What have we done with our lives? We're still on this stupid podcast going nowhere. And everybody else, of course, I'm sure there's some success stories, and we have them here on the show right now. There's Sriraam, who reached the heights of greatness with Gurgaon, where he's now an interior decorator, and he looks like Amitabh
Shakuntala
Bachchan in
Devi.
Muqaddar. No, Muqaddar ka Sikandar opening shot. That's him. Exactly the look,
Yeah.
exactly that hair and everything. Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, which means even I'm going bald and I'm going to wear a wig soon.
No, it means you're the most recognizable face in the country. So don't look at the negatives. Don't be such a melancholic personality. Think about who you are now. You're Amitabh
Yeah.
Bachchan,
You'll
a
also
man
have
who has
to
survived
over you, yeah.
every decade. He's survived
know-
more than countries. Countries have fallen apart. I don't want to
I've
name them
always
because they're all around us.
wondered. I've always wondered.
Let's say hi to
that-
Naveen, na? Sriram, you egotistical
Naveen.
Yeah,
bastard.
he's fucking going on with
Naveen's
your
on
own
the show.
conversation.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'm the only one in
I've-
the studio, and that matters. Just like,
Exactly. And it's his show. He's in charge.
yeah, today I'm in charge. I'll whip your
There you
asses.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Question for you guys, okay? If like
You know-
Amitabh Bachchan, every Sunday there were people who just hoarded outside your house. How
Right.
would you deal with it? It's just I feel a very awkward situation.
Well, we will have a sign in my house saying Sunday closed, so they could come back on Monday. So honestly, my family doesn't operate on Sunday. We're very
But then the
touchy with the
problem
whole
is that
Sunday
they'll come
thing.
every other day of the week. No, then.
That's fine. But Monday I'm not there. They can stand as long as they want. You see, it's all about the science of geography here, and you have to use
Yeah.
it to your advantage. Now let's ask Naveen, who already has tasted fame.
Yes.
Naveen, why is he smiling? Are we all comics so cynical that even if we do get famous, we won't accept it? Imagine the self-esteem is so bad after 30
I
years
think
of
it
struggling.
comes
I'll
from
actually
you,
tell you,
who
like,
is-
the
Yeah.
last apartment I lived in was so shady and it was so bad that one day I was doing like a Zoom or live or something on YouTube or something, and my ring light was on, right? So these kids who used to harass me all the time, they basically saw the ring light and the setup, and they thought I'm famous. And as in, like, for them, like, how do I tell them who I am, basically? Because they're like, "Kya aapka batao na YouTube channel, batao na uncle." And I'm like, if I tell them what I talk about, and if they see my, my gay ass on YouTube, they'll be scarred for life. So I'm trying very
Well,
best, like, not to.
what age group are these so-called kids? Are they like young,
They are
like
from.
10?
They were like from toddlers to like 10. Like they were
Oh,
all
shit.
like one melee of
Okay.
kids. Yeah,
Well,
and
then
then kids
I
once, and when they are together, they become like transformers. They combine and become one entire bigger kid, and
yeah,
that's the one you can't defeat. That's why I was like,
that's right.
yeah,
Our
it's
country is run
awkward.
by some of them, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah,
These
by,
large
by
kids.
robots. Yeah,
What the hell are they doing? No, that's a good one, actually. I don't think about that a lot. The internet is open to everyone. Our show is open to everyone. And some things we say kids should never hear. Like the opening
exactly.
remarks of Sriram's about. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel as kids just don't just listen to me. Period. Forget opening remarks. Just generally don't listen to
Oh,
me.
one sec. So Abhay has given us a very important point this is the best moment of the show. Supreme Court vacation
Wow.
start from today. Abhay is a sitting judge, I think. My God. So I can catch you all live for
Are
the
you
next
are you
couple
a
of
judge
weeks.
or are you a stenographer, Abhay? Tell us. If you're a stenographer, I have more respect for you, to be honest.
You want to go straight and take panga with the Supreme Court. You don't even look at the appellate system here. Start with the low court, and then
I
the
just said
sessions
I like
court, then the high
stenographers
court.
more. Yeah, stenographers are
see.
amazing.
Wow.
But thank you for joining
Aver
us
is a
live for the next 2
Supreme
weeks.
Court. Aver is a Supreme Court judge in Cambodia. As far as I know. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where he's at.
Press eject, remove guest. Where's my button?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Update
Real
on VIP
Cyrus
movement.
update on VIP movement thanks to G20, please.
It's obviously such a slow show. They're propping us up with their
Yeah.
questions. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you, I want to retract here because the last 4 days have been pleasure for me. It's almost been sexual delight because I've 29 minutes from Khar to Malba Hill at about 1:30 in the afternoon on Monday, for example, which is like a world record. On a bad day, it's well close to 1 hour 20 minutes. So I don't know what they've done. They just cleared the traffic, or people have gone out of town. I'm not quite sure what has happened, but I
It's
thank the
a
G20. I thank them for that one white color tarpaulin across the highway, which has covered everything because I feel beautiful and I feel that there's no change. When there's no change, I don't feel scared because I don't adapt to change well. So I'm
I
quite
But
feel
one
happy. Also,
second.
I feel
there's a
it's the
picture
Supreme Court.
I have
picture
to
of
address.
there's only
I have
one
to
ad
address
going,
this.
but there's
I'm
only one
sorry.
ad running.
Abhay
Briefly,
says, buddy, I'm a
The Lotus.
briefless attorney. Y'all have
yeah.
forgotten your early supporters.
That's
He
right. He
only
came on the
said your name
show.
was. He only
Abhay came
came
on the
as his
show.
name, briefless attorney. How would I remember Abhay
Correct.
Anturkar?
Who?
You'll have to say
That's
like,
his.
I'm so
Abhay, it's
sorry,
your
but
fault for being
yeah,
briefless attorney. Nobody
yeah.
forgets that
You
name.
fucking
Yeah.
use pseudonyms, and now suddenly you're like, yo, this is
Yeah.
my real identity. I'm Batman. Like, no.
Yeah. A lesson for all parents. Name your kids briefless.
Do you
Nobody
Yeah.
will
think
ever
that's what?
forget them. Name
Do you
them
think
Abhay
that's
or
what
Vikram or
Abhay?
Rajesh, and everybody forgets. Yeah.
Do you think that's
Also,
what
I like how it
Abhay
says
is?
early supporters. Like, stop supporting me now. What the fuck
Yeah.
happened? I'm sorry, but also please support me again.
Do you
He
think that's what
he was on
Abhay
our
is
show.
called in the business? Like, hey, you have a problem with like, financial issues, call the briefless attorney. Like that's how the
I
name
thought it would
honestly.
have started more like a Tinder sort of handle and then moved back to law because
The
it looks
brief
like it came from slightly left of
interesting.
center.
Yeah.
But to each their own. What is your
But
handle,
yeah,
Sriram? For example, if one wants to get in touch with you on dating app, how do I get in touch
Uh
with
I used to be on dating apps until last year and when
until
I
you
left
found
one.
somebody?
I found myself and
Yeah.
now I'm in a toxic relationship with me. So that's where we are at. Okay.
Look, don't lie
So
to us. You're in Gurgaon. You're all alone. You're
you're
sad. You're
stirring your cup at
frustrated.
the same time, aren't you,
Yeah,
Sriram?
exactly.
yeah, I am.
Your
I
spots for
am.
the day is playing with your spoon. So come on.
Yeah, you're
Hmm.
either stirring thing or like you're like playing marbles in a glass
I am
bowl.
stirring a cup of
Yeah,
tea.
okay, cool.
No, I think Naveen, you don't understand the pressure as a football fanatic that he's going through. His favorite team, Morocco, lost, and he's very upset. And now he has to
Hmm.
support either Argentina or
No.
France.
I'm pure Argentina this time around. I think Messi deserves a send off. I think I mentioned this in this episode before as well. Like in
But
this
what about
episode in this
Mbappe?
show.
Mbappe is the man
Uh,
of the hour, and
no, I
only my
feel like
mother is still calling him Mbappe. I mean, I don't know.
apparently he's supposed to be pronounced Mbappe, but then like everyone
Mbappe
calls
without
him
the E.
yeah,
Mbappe. There's a small
yeah,
E.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
I've
E with
spoken
the
to him.
acute accent, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
actually at a call center first before he discovered football. It was, hello, Mbappe here. Sort of,
yeah.
it works in India as far as we're concerned. So you're calling Argentina 3, France 1, I'm told.
No, I think France on paper will still win because I think Argentina are too weak compared to France. But I feel like if like this could be like Messi's like swan song, so to speak, and
Yeah, what
he
do you all feel
could like
about the
bring something.
retirement after this?
Well,
Uh,
pretty, I mean, honestly, how long will he go on anyway? Right? He's
he's
already
not.
retired once.
That was out of like protest, so to speak. I think
Maybe,
because
but
like
that's very
things were.
Indian of him. No, the Indian people retire all the time and come back. I know
Yeah,
Imran Khan
yeah.
himself retired and
Very
came back and
very
won the
Shahid
World Cup.
Afridi of him in that way.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Shahid Afridi has the world record, is it? I think 6 retirements.
six
And he may
retirements.
still
Yeah,
come back. Pakistan is
and
praying because he's getting hammered by England at the moment. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Having said that, I
actually,
think like
either
you
Afridi.
think he just has like he now has a watch collection based on his retirements, like Shahid Afridi,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
just each time.
2011.
But I don't think like he says he's not going to retire. I think he's considering it. I think he might still be able to play the next World Cup. He
He
might not play the
confirmed it.
qualifier.
How will
He
he play
said
the next
I
this
World Cup?
is his
He'll
last
be
World Cup.
40. He'll be
he didn't
40
say I think Messi will age better in terms. I think he still doesn't rely
You're
that
telling
much
me
on
they'll
pace.
play Messi at 40 in football, one of the fastest games in the world? I
I
don't
feel like
really.
I feel he would still
Sriram, how old are
be
you? May I ask you a question? How old are you?
34,
Then you
35
don't
this
understand
year.
40. I'm 51. Okay, at
Yeah,
40, you have no idea how bad your life is. I mean, at 51, you
I
regret that 40 passed so fast. But I'm just telling
yeah,
you, 40
yeah.
is
Cyrus
huge.
is
Yeah?
talking to
I
a
get
man
it.
who's
I
only
get it.
been
I
like
just
putting
what I'm
alcohol
trying to
and
say. What I'm trying to
smoke in
say
his
that I think
system.
his game doesn't rely as much on pace as like a Ronaldo just like completely tapered off over like 2 years, over like the course of last year and this year. He's gone. Like his legs are
But I
gone.
think the Manu controversy hit him. Maybe
Not
mental
really.
space
I
was
Exactly.
not
feel
really
like
there.
this should
That's
be
what
a
happened when you
lesson
molest
to
people.
everyone. There should be a lesson to everyone in football. If Juventus is willing to sell a player, and before that Madrid is willing to sell a player, do not buy from them. Most often than not,
There's also one
they
more
are well
lesson
past their
to
sell
everyone
by.
in football who in India who loves football. It's not Juventus, it's Juventus. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just wanted to clarify that. That's a big
yeah.
problem we're having. By the way, Naveen has gone quiet, huh? He's
Naveen,
lost interest
sorry,
in his
yeah,
own
he
show
started
because we're
off on a very.
discussing. Yeah,
But Naveen, have you been caught up in the foot World
he
Cup hype?
has. We've
Not
discussed.
not of my own violation at any point. It's all been like
Okay,
if I'm at a bar, there are
Forced on
straight
him.
boys watching and screaming.
Yeah,
If I'm on
he's
fair
Twitter,
forced.
there
enough,
are straight boys screaming and
fair
watching.
enough.
It's
Fair
pretty
enough.
much that. Like you can't get away from this
Oh,
whole
yes. Naveen is
bravado.
sounding like, it's some sort of protest. They forced me to watch football. They
Absolutely,
held
absolutely.
my
I
head
remember.
and made me look at the TV screen and shout,
Yeah,
Messi!
last week my partner and I were having dinner and drinks at a pub locally, and they were of course like on a fucking uh, projector. They are projecting it
Your
and like
bad luck
and
that a World Cup game was on. Yes, go on. Tell us your
yeah, and
pain.
I remember that space is the same place we used to do comedy, and it was such much better times. So people laughed about the same things, and they would make fun of people who think football teams matter. But but now they are watching the football game, and so there were a bunch of guys outside who were drinking with their girlfriends. And when they came inside, by then this one had lost. Brazil had lost. Okay, and Neymar is on the ground and watch, and I'm just like by default just watching all of this. And Abhi and I'm a partner, and I don't give a shit. Okay, we're just like drinking our ciders or whatever. And as this group is going past, the guy's like, "Oh, Brazil lost," and the girls are like, "We don't give a shit," and my partner is like, "Yeah, same." So we had this whole moment. We all vibed for a second. Apart
But,
from
but,
that, it was
but,
pretty much bravado.
but you're the one guy with a Brazilian surname. I mean, for
It's
a second, I would
Portuguese.
think,
It's
yeah,
Portuguese, first of all.
just trace the descent. Who controlled Brazil? Come on, do your maths, Navin
There's an entire
Narona.
island of my
Don't get a
surname,
history
which
lesson
where the
from the
business
great
came.
Brocha. I don't like being a bully on the show, yaar. I don't like waving my stick at people, for God's sake. Come on, Narona. It's very
a,
common.
bet,
Four
a
famous
better
footballers with that
species.
surname. Yeah.
Who? Name all four.
Narona, 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 Narona.
Yeah, it's just A
Yeah, yeah.
Narona, M
Oh, my
Narona.
wife's come. My wife's come.
Yeah.
Hi, Aisha. Oh, her paintings are falling at the back for some
Oh
reason.
shit! Oh shit!
Okay, all right.
Damn.
Everybody observe 2 minutes silence for the painting. This is my beautiful wife. You can see the contours of her perfect frame. We launched her
Stop
in the
it.
film Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani. She was in a two-piece outfit, looking beautiful. I
Is
told
that
her
real?
expose more.
Aisha
Don't
was
worry
in
about it. The
Baby Will
world will salute
Hindustani?
you.
Okay.
Okay, once she leaves, we can start making fun. Five, four, three, two, one. Go for it.
Well, I mean, those paintings, right, Cyrus? It's not
Yeah,
much to go
fucking
by.
hell. Yeah, really. I mean, grown woman, that's what you do. Paint the walls, for God's sake. You come up with charges at home for wall painting. Man, you guys are
Acha, we
embarrassed.
should
Thank
start the
God.
Okay,
topics
sorry.
now.
Before what, can I just address one thing? I feel what
Yeah.
my goal would be, we always say, why is India, we are not producing country of 1 billion people, can't produce 11 grade.
1.374. Bro, get your maths right because when you look at what,
Yeah.
4 million Croatia, 4 million, a country that's 30 years old.
The thing is, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bit
The thing,
shameful. Before you
yeah.
give your great spin on it, I'm just
I'll
saying
tell you
you can
when,
ask
I'll tell
Naveen
you
as a
when.
neutral. 4 million,
Yeah,
1.374 million, okay, and infrastructure wise, better than Croatia in
yeah.
parts, all right, where it matters.
Especially
Okay,
when the
now you say,
G20 summit is happening.
there you go. No,
But
so the money is there. We are
yeah,
rich and poor at the same time. That paradox. Yeah, go
now
on.
now the question is, when will that happen? I have an
Huh.
answer to it.
Give me a date, like
When we
17th
stop,
June.
hear me out. When we
Huh.
stop calling it FIFA and start calling it football, like most people like, hey, tu FIFA dekha kya kar? Like
Hmm.
as though like the organization has become the sport. You know,
But
it's like saying tu
Who says
BCCI
to
dekha kya
FIFA
kar?
dekha kya?
Like it's just odd.
Does anybody say
he's in
to FIFA dekha kya?
Naveen, he's in
Yeah.
Gurgaon.
They are telling you to shisha dekha kya? Sriram, you can't hear it like that.
Also, in many parts of India, it's Pipa. So that's
Yeah.
that
Everybody
could
says
also be
football
an
World
issue.
Cup only. Shut up. This is
Yeah,
like
it's
your
I'm
answer.
telling
stupendous.
you, there's
The
It's
so
question
many
was
FIFA.
not
people.
cool. Your
It's
answer was horrible.
football. Different worlds.
There's so
Sorry,
many people
Sriram.
who still refer to like the World Cup as FIFA dekh raha hai kya? Like it's just sort of,
Who
it
says it?
just feels weird. But yeah,
Okay, cool.
uh,
This is a man who
that's
lives
all.
on his own. His only way of interacting is Tinder at the moment.
And
So
three of
please,
my other demented personalities who
yeah.
stay
Yeah,
with me.
in a way, Cyrus is the only way like Sriram has an outlet to talk to people.
This
Otherwise, it's
is
just
you guys
He's
are
so
my
happy to
outlet.
see us, Naveen. He's so happy to see us.
Very happy.
he took a
He's
bath also
cramming
for us
everything.
today.
No matter what you
Now,
ask him, he'll cram 200 things into it because he wants to take out
yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
Unload
just
them.
get a topic in,
In
motherfucker.
fact,
Yeah.
two of my other demented personalities are called Cyrus and Naveen, and just name them after you guys. Just
So who's the fourth now?
something,
The last
something.
one.
Uh-huh.
Who's the fourth personality? You said there are three more, right? There's me, there's Naveen, then
The fourth one is it has a recurring, name. It just like keeps changing every day.
you have a
Today,
roster of different names for the fourth.
yeah, today they're called Puneet, I think. Yeah,
Puneet.
yeah.
Wow. Can you bring on that avatar at some point? Let's see if there's any difference.
I can't. It's just it's very
Is it a budget issue? If it's a
it
budget
is a
issue, talk
budget
to me.
issue. It is a
I will
budget
come back
issue.
to you. We'll get back to you.
Yeah,
After
thank
the break, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Now, Naveen will save our show with some
Yes.
startling revelations, scintillating conversation, and huge points
Revelation.
that he'll share with us. Yes, Naveen?
Nothing much is happening really, apart from like India being India in its own context. It's
Yeah.
like the have you seen the Deepika Padukone controversy with the song Rang Besharam or Besharam Rang?
Besharam Rang, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
so away from your world, Naveen. The only
yeah.
controversy I read in the morning was Wasim Akram's tweet against Qantas for his plane not taking off from Dallas to Melbourne and being cancelled
Hmm.
after 10 hours of them waiting around. He's really livid.
Wow,
That's my
really?
controversy. That's the world I live in. But this
Which
Deepika
which one is
Padukone
Wasim?
world,
Hey,
you tell us
hey, did
about it.
you?
I don't know much about
Hey,
this world of yours,
sorry,
this
sorry to
stage three
deviate.
world where you lovers of color and pomp and the vibe that you feel is very different from my painful
Surprisingly,
vibe of the
color
struggling
color is the
sportsman.
main issue. Okay, okay. In
Yeah,
this
Is
time,
color
it?
is the main issue here.
Oh,
color
go
is the
ahead.
main issue because the movie Patan that's coming out with Shah Rukh Khan and
Yeah.
Deepika Padukone.
Uh,
In that, Deepika is seen in a saffron bikini, so to say,
Yeah,
and saffron
saffron
is
and
a
green apparently. So
which
both
yeah,
is not
colors.
popular in Afghanistan where the Pathans come from, is it?
Yes, that is
That
the
yeah,
must be the
problem.
issue. Yeah.
and
I mean,
also
how many
women who are not
women come on
Especially,
today, wear orange bikinis and, do their
yeah,
thing? Not maybe more than two
how
or
many?
three. Yeah.
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 So initially, it all started with like the Twitter people making fun of like how she was twerking because it's a very weird twerk. If you all have seen the video,
Hmm.
she's trying her best to do like that Rihanna Shakira version of like being sultry on the ground and all.
She failed to twerk.
Yeah, because she looks like a cat that's throwing up. Like that's so bad. She's just like my ass is like this.
Oh, really? I
And
didn't know that. I saw the
yeah,
video.
this
I thought she worked okay. I mean, that's
that's
just me.
because you're
See,
straight,
the
Sriram. We don't know
heterosexual
how.
man
That's true.
doesn't
Yeah,
understand the beauty of twerking. Now, Naveen
And
yeah.
and and
understood immediately
just for
where
the
the
Just
fault
record,
watch,
lies.
just watch the video for
The
work
nuances.
by
Yes,
Rihanna
yes,
and
yes, yes.
Drake.
I
I
get
buy
it.
it.
You'll see exactly like you'll see how
So
it's supposed to like
yeah,
And
yeah.
here like
So
it's
Naveen,
nothing.
Sriram,
It's not
Sriram,
much
I
just
think
like
you're
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
Cyrus avatar because you really don't understand twerking. You're like so old. Yeah.
yeah.
Naveen, Naveen, come back.
I
Don't
just
Yeah,
go.
imagined
sorry,
that
sorry.
when
I
I
got
saw
lost for a
how.
second.
Yeah,
Sorry. I was
yeah.
Why
thinking
are you
about the
lost?
because twerking is an art and it was whatever. Please spell my name right here at least. If you're my old fan, briefless attorney, you would know how to spell my name. Boom.
My God,
Uh,
very touchy, I feel.
I'm very touchy
Huh?
about it. My name is
Sriram?
my brand. What the fuck? Anyways, so
I
Deepika
don't care. People call me
Padukone.
Juju all the time. I'm like, wow.
That's because
Agree with
you
Naveen.
are.
That was super cat like Shweta. Oh, the women are fangs are out. The women fangs
Yeah.
are out. Not up to the mark, Deepika. Not like me, says Shweta. I'll show you
Yeah,
a twerk or two.
absolutely.
Uh.
But then the controversy over the last 2 days has been about this man called Narottam Mishra, who's an MP from
Get his
MP.
name right, Naveen.
His name is Narottam, which means the
Narottam.
most yeah
Say
the
it
most
with pride. Pride of India.
superior man. Yeah,
Narottam.
yeah, yeah. ये नरोत्तम है. Yeah,
Narottam.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, so Narottam Mishra.
Give him the respect he deserves for bringing
Yeah.
up this topic and helping
Yeah,
us get through a
all
podcast.
the
I think
respect
so.
for all the cow dung he's eaten helped
Yes,
him come
yes.
to this
All the
conclusion
great
that
humanitarian work that lies in store for him in the next 30 years, taking India and
exactly.
the world forward one step at a time by destroying
Yeah,
orange bikinis.
yeah. So women,
How do people like
see
that get power? What kind of country allows people like that to have power? Then
ours,
revoked. Revoked.
हमारा India,
Revoked.
No, I think okay. I
and they
think
all
that
these
which is a
buffoons are
great way
MP
to bring
only.
on. I feel what the point is that at right now, of course, like everyone needs their moment in the limelight, so you try to latch on to whatever you get, right? And this guy has done it before as well, right? I think he said a few things against some other movies as well in the past, and how like he
So he's
felt
a
his
he's a
Godard.
Rajiv Masand. He's more like a critic, and we
That's
are
what I
Yeah,
was
not
going to say.
understanding this.
He's actually Rajiv Masand with power.
Yeah,
You know, like he can actually do
he's
something
he just
to.
speaks better Hindi than Rajiv Masand, and so he's got a bigger
Agree.
outlet than Rajiv
Yeah,
at the moment.
yeah,
But I get your point. He's a critic. He's a connoisseur. He's a man of
yeah.
art and culture, and we should
Pretty
respect
much.
that. A
Yeah.
man who knows his
but
twerk, who
yeah,
knows his colors, who knows his clothes. He's put it all together and said this mistake, that mistake, this mistake against ultra virus, the aesthetic
Yeah.
nature of the beast. I totally accept it.
That'll be great size where in the middle of all of his critique, he also the short framing in that
Yes, the
particular
lighting was
scene.
not up to the
The
mark. There
lighting
was a
was
gentleman in the
blocking
back
could
whose
have
hand
been
could be
better,
seen.
all of that.
Shah
Yeah.
Rukh Khan's accent was more Bandra than Peshawar, and whatever. Yeah, I love this guy,
And
Narottam.
then suddenly like
yeah.
if you look at the
But
works
kudos
of
to
Goda, for
SRK also.
instance,
Like sorry.
then you'll be like, if you look at the works of Goda, you sort of clearly see how there's a huge underlining of what
Uh,
he
did
did
you say
and
Godard or did you say
Tarkovsky and
Podar?
oh sorry, huh, my bad. There's the
Take the
embark
phone.
I think
moment
your
again.
sugar has
Yeah.
dissolved by now. How much are you
No, there's a
stirring?
second cup of chai. It's just
Oh
one of
fuck.
two. So,
It's
anyways,
addict.
yeah. So,
Discipline,
basically, this
discipline, boys. Huh?
yeah. SRK was looking too brown, is what Devesh
Too
Srivastava
brown,
says.
Devesh, too brown.
Too brown.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Besharam Rang, yeah, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah, the brown
yeah,
is the rung of Besharams.
yeah,
But
yeah.
here's the thing, right? Like this man, I admire him because after having to go to court cases and all for his son, still looking stellar. Like he's just managed to hit the gym and the court at the same time.
Shah Rukh, you're
And
talking about Narottam.
Shah Narottam is sitting in his house and watching in his fucking saffron kurta, and he's like, "This is my color.
I
How can
think
she
the
take it?"
peace should be initiated between Shah Rukh and Narottam in such a way that Narottam now becomes the brand ambassador of Kolkata Knight Riders. And,
Yeah,
is suddenly featured in a song, Corbo, Lobdo, the works, all that going on in the
yeah,
background.
yeah.
And,
There's also
and
this.
his six-pack abs glistening in the rain, that kind of shot, maybe with Deepika in the background, in a
Yeah.
full suit. In a full suit. We don't want the bikini didn't work for whatever reason.
It's
I
so
Can I
like
can
similar.
I
that
Like
scene
this
point
very
is
out
well.
this
one
is
thing for
the
the
this is the
sake
early
of
workings of a Taliban right here, right? It just starts off like
no?
this only, ki like cover up. But if you're
Hey,
wearing
come on.
saffron, wear full covering.
Listen,
Look
listen.
like Pragya Thakur. How about that? Where you look like a basketball player on
So
reserve.
we've
How
reached a
about
point,
that?
Naveen, where the color itself has been hijacked. So the
Yeah,
color is now holy. This
Yeah,
is this
yeah,
is literal.
yeah,
fucking.
So let's
yeah.
It's so
understand which
crazy.
colors are holy, which can be used, which cannot
Yeah.
be used. We need a
See,
menu card
green is
again
our
for that.
enemy color. Green is our enemy color. So cut all the trees also
Yeah,
because we don't like green. We
yeah,
should
that's
turn
why I
into.
look at trees and I
Yeah,
don't respect
yeah.
Okay,
trees.
Everything should be a
Apurva,
metro shed now.
guys,
And
Yeah.
Apurva is
that's
taking
why
this in
that's why I
another
look at the
direction.
sun.
What should be
Apurva,
spoken about is why they lighten Deepika's skin in the song, and when will this want for fair skin end? That's also fair. So I was going to come to this, no, not conclusion, but like this opinion
no,
I had.
Naveen, you're supposed to say that's also dark. We want the
Yeah.
expression to be changed.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
Besharam Rang, stop interrupting my erstwhile producer.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah. No,
Shiva,
so
stop.
I was thinking about this, and it was like, what do these item numbers ever bring to the movie in any respect, right? Like if you watch
Sometimes the movie is so bad that you only remember the item number.
yeah,
Hmm?
so it's just become that like
Isn't the phrase itself like bad? Like item number? Like
yeah,
is this
I
supposed to
think
exactly,
like
it's
yeah,
great. See,
yeah.
at least
But
they're
then
being
for the
frank and
longest
open and saying,
time,
look, for no reason
yeah.
we have this song. I mean, finally that happened. Before that, they would actually say there's a reason, and there wasn't any. Now they're saying there's no reason. You're still arguing. You people are
yeah.
very
very ungrateful
no, the
as
thing.
viewers.
I
So
feel like I
Viewers.
feel like
no,
all the
this is
people critique it
like a
as well. No, they all the
yeah,
guys especially looked at it 10 times like and then like did their business and then like oh water against culture guys
If
all
it's
of this.
not good enough for
exactly,
Narottam,
yeah,
it's not good enough for me, as
Yes,
far as
yeah.
I'm concerned.
I agree. In fact,
Narottam.
there is so many of these coming out on a daily basis. We
Item
need
numbers.
someone to filter. Yeah, we need someone to filter it out. The
Yeah.
best of the
Also,
best.
colors.
Then
There are too many colors in the world, and by
too many
removing two or
colors.
three options, it makes it easier. I won't
Yeah,
waste time thinking. Look at my wife. She
Yes, what
wants to paint something in the house. They haven't
yeah,
decided on the color. Now, if they said no orange, no white, no green, no blue, then we're stuck with gray, and that's it. I mean, just get
yeah.
to the point.
Which
a
is the
black and white
existing color
item
of the wall
number.
anyways,
Yeah.
right?
Wow, Samir, very good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long
yeah.
before BCCI makes the
But the
jerseys?
only problem is
Orange.
we'll be mistaken for Holland. But
Holland,
No,
who,
I
no,
mean,
who are
no.
these.
better in yeah all
No,
aspects.
the
Uh,
the thing is that wait, BCCI doesn't follow India's colors; it follows Mauritius's colors. That's where they're registered. So
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Excellent. Attack them. They are the criminal
it
of
is
the
the
world. You're
it
Yeah.
right.
is the
Yeah.
Mauritian cricket team that we're
Narottam should get
supporting.
another 5 years in office, but take out the
Hey,
BCCI
I
for
hey, can I just point out
peddling
one
money here
thing
and there.
in the
But
because
you didn't get Apurva's
uh,
point, guys. You didn't get to that. So why do they have to pharaohify
But that
Deepika's
was
skin?
a dissecting point. We were on a point already.
Oh,
yeah,
so you disregarded her point because you're a sexist bastard and
I
she's the
am,
woman.
yes.
I
For today, I'm the co-host.
revoke your
Yes.
right to be the host as
Whatever.
well.
can I okay? So I was listening whatever looking at the song
You
yesterday.
were in Mauritius, pointing fingers at the
They're
BCCI for
already
opening
done with that.
accounts there.
I think the
Oh.
song might be shot in like it seems like a very Mauritiusy location where it was shot at.
Also
Anyways,
known as
so
Alibag. Yeah.
Alibag, yes.
Of Mud
That
Island.
and it starts off with a Spanish lyric line, okay? And they've credited Vishal Dadlani for the lyrics of that one line. Oh,
Wow.
and it says literally on the credit Spanish lyrics
Because he's
by
from South Bombay. He's a
Vishal
Pedder Road
Dadlani.
boy. A Pedder Road boy will know a few little Spanish. Come on, be
I
fair.
feel
Yeah.
The
that's too
first
much
Hindi song
credit
that
for.
used it
He's just
was that.
saying Deepika Padukone's name in Spanish. It's like a Padukon, yeah. And it's like,
Nay,
yeah.
uh,
It's
Is there a
crazy.
Latin.
moment? Okay, cool.
Shut the fuck
Latin,
up.
Latin. See, go download it on YouTube and watch it later. Now you'll get it all. No worries.
No, nobody
Okay.
downloads on YouTube and watches. You watch on YouTube.
Oh, you just watch. You
Uh,
don't download it. I thought they download it.
no, that's for other
But nobody
purposes.
downloads it. How will it stay? You got to
You
let it
can
stay, right?
you can go offline and watch it.
You've been going offline throughout the show. I'm trying to control you, bro. You're out of control.
Ah, you're trying to control me. I'm
Well,
trying to make this.
so many people did go
Yeah, I've got
offline
Naveen's
after
weak point. I
watching
want
it.
to piss him off. I just have to call him Nabeen. Huh?
No, you
With
don't.
a B, like a
By the end of the
Bengali,
show,
like
we call him
Nobeen.
Narain or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, last words
But
of Narottam Puri. No, that was the famous
Mishra,
commentator.
Mishra.
Mishra,
Mishra. Yeah. Uh,
I think he's doing a great service. I
no,
think,
you know the funny part, Sriram.
yeah,
I bet when the film comes out, he'll book 12 tickets for the family and they're all going to watch it. Yeah.
yeah, that'll be
They're
great.
cheering and
And
all that.
yeah, and we'll be the only 12 people in the movie theater because
Correct. And he'll be whistling when the bikini scene comes on.
yes,
Possibly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
and I think that's a great thing. I feel like someone should, like in today's times, we don't appreciate a change of opinion. And Narottam went from criticizing it to like bring his entire family and friends to watch it in the movie
Bro.
theater.
Apurva, if you're listening, he's trying to clean up this color mess, this whiteness, etc.
Yes,
One by one, he'll
yes.
remove all colors till we have no color. Imagine a world
One
with no
day,
color. That's
yeah,
Narottam's gift to you. I'm
black and
so
white
proud.
films, black and white films, and
Black and white are
the
still
true,
colors. So I say it all goes. There will be no color. It will be decolorized completely. There will be nothing. It will be
black, which is
shunyata,
the absence
nothingness.
of color,
I don't
right?
know if black is the right word. There'll just be nothingness, bro. It's like the Big Bang Theory. It's difficult to explain how it actually happens.
Yeah,
But there
it
will
is
be color
before.
drained
Yeah.
from every source. He's starting with
Hmm.
orange, and then everything else will follow. More
I
Yeah.
think
power
you'll need
to
to
him.
stop at this point. Just like, what is going on? How are you all so disjointed and still at the same level of weird? Next topic.
I don't.
I think
Cyrus, can you
Sriram,
look at Naveen? I can't
Sriram,
see him because I
I
don't
don't know.
see what color
Sriram,
he
I'm
is.
reprimanding you
I
guys.
feel that he's taken the medication, but perhaps too much of it. And when that happens, we have some strange reactions.
What are you talking about? Nothingness and what? It's like
Oh,
avoiding black holes
I
by
mean, if you
being
don't understand,
assholes.
what hope is there for Apurva and the rest who may be listening? Then
yeah.
you've killed us completely. I'm going to join Narottam Mishra in his mission to
Hmm.
Hey, that's hey,
To remove
that's
Benetton
almost
from
right.
everywhere. Uh,
That almost right. Narottam Mishra on his mission. Yeah,
yeah,
Mission Mitra,
Mission Mishra. Nice,
starring
nice.
Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, out in
In a
cinemas
bikini,
by
both in
in a
bikinis.
big.
He just went berserk. He was like, I want bikinis everywhere. So I have a bikini theme party, male, female, in between, just bikini and come. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 53 now, Shah Rukh Khan, and I don't know why he's still like just stop giving so much of a damn. Like lose your abs. It's okay. I don't
अरे
care about his abs when I'm watching him
नवीन
acting.
तो
To be
गुस्सा
honest.
क्यों हो रहा है with poor Shahrukh bhai is just an actor doing his acting.
I know. I'm just
He's
like
not
at
an
53.
actor.
That's like
He's not
the
an actor
idea of
though.
what a man should be always keeps changing, and now it's like they're pushing it.
I'm
56. Shah
51.
Rukh is
56, even
56,
worse.
baby.
51.
Even this Daniel Craig, just
But
stop
don't have
being
abs.
okay.
Slight
Things follow,
abs.
yeah.
Shah
51.
Rukh is
But
Yeah.
not an
I
actor.
feel
Just
I'm
putting it out
strong
there.
for 51.
Gee, I don't
That's
want
the only
SRK.
reason.
Ugh.
Agreed.
I
Since I'm
look at
having my
abs,
own
I want to
podcast
throw up
alone,
on
I'll just
them.
carry on.
I'll just like I'll wash my
Navi
clothes on
wants
them.
SRK nude. Devesh Srivastava. Is he one of the guys you like in that
Someone's saying
way?
No,
57 now.
he's so not
Just
Naveen's type. Yeah.
No, not Naveen. Let him answer, bro. Naveen, is he your type or not?
who?
SRK,
Shah
not
Rukh Khan? No,
Devesh.
no, no, not in the least.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't fancy him at all?
no. The
So
fact that you have to ask this is an
let me
insult.
understand. So which Indian actor would be your type?
He's mentioned this before.
I know
Yeah,
he likes
multiple
hirsute
times.
men and all that, but I don't know which
What is
actor is like
hirsute
that.
mean?
I
I like
think the
hirsute
Muscular,
late
men.
Rishi
strong,
Kapoor is
hairy.
one who Naveen always used to
Really?
mention.
Rishi
Yeah,
Kapoor?
Rishi Kapoor is cute. Satisha is cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
you like podgy men?
See, that's what I was afraid of that only. You putting a horrible fucking adjective to
But
it and
I
making
gotta understand, bro. Don't take this like
what is
prejudicial
podgy
thought.
man?
Yeah.
What is podgy man? Tell me that.
Slightly unfit, slightly well
No,
built.
I put a very nice
What
word
do you
to it.
call in Dali?
Susky.
Solid men. Solid. You like solid?
Yeah.
Okay. Kunal, I've got someone for you. Just quickly doing my thing. I call it
Hey,
Cyrus Inder, like Tinder, but my
hey,
version.
about
Uh,
Kunal, ever since
huh.
he started his food show, he's lost so much weight. That's just
Yeah, yes.
odd. How is
Because because they don't pay for conveyance. They used to walk from each place to the next. It's horrible the way they treat you on the internet, on TV, business class, cars, all this. It's like either say "Sida jao," right, mar. And it's to just keep walking.
damn?
It's
That is.
sad. But I told you he's got pancreatitis. Remember, it's
Oh yeah, I
pancreatitis.
remember.
So he
Hey,
can't
is it?
eat.
Uh,
It's like a curse. It's like a person who loves reading losing their eyesight. It's literally like that. So he can't eat too much. It's
uh,
real. I mean, it's really dark comedy when you think about it. because this is really what he does. This is what he really likes. He doesn't like being a comic. He doesn't like being
Yeah.
funny. He doesn't even like people. But he loves food. He actually that's sincere part of Kunal. And now
So
he can't
how
eat. So he
so
has to eat
how do
limit.
you guys like what's your dinner situation and all like when you guys go
We
out
ask
and
him
like
to stand and face the other way, and we pig out. And when we're done, we call him back. No, no, Baba, he's managing with medication and all that. Life, you were 34, right? Just wait. Don't worry. He's 58. We have no idea what you'll be going through at 58. This is not the
I don't
worst
want to go through
pancreatitis.
58. I hope like
And
I'm
Naveen's
out of
already
this
looking like
world
he's
by
got menopausal issues. And he's only, Naveen, how much are you? 35?
What age wise?
Yeah, yeah.
31.
Oh, sorry, Baba. I don't know. I was just I thought I'd guess because you look. I mean, you like guys who are well built and all that. So I put it together and added a few years. Yeah,
That's okay. That's okay.
31. So you got a long way to go, boys. You got a long way to go before these issues come up. Generally, after 45, it'll start cropping up, and then you'll see. So at 58, going to be 59, Kunal's not so bad actually. With
yeah.
pancreatitis as the only problem. I've
Yeah.
seen a few people around in that age group as you touch 60, and by God, brother, it's not good. Only politicians are fine. Narottam Mishra, 72 or whatever, I mean, he's batting
Yeah.
beautifully. Through
Fabulous.
extra cover,
Fabulous.
fine leg, hook,
Yeah.
square cut, rolls the
Yeah.
wrist, plays the sweep, reverse sweep, gets on the front foot, back foot, watches the ball, gets behind the ball, leaves the ball, plays late, can read the spin. I mean, this guy is fantastic.
And also, size you
And
forgot Mankading, huh?
orange.
But that too. That too.
Yeah, that's what made him famous. he would do it. He would do it, not the bowler. He would do it when he was at long on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
move to the
he
next
would,
topic
he
and
could have directly
one
thrown
second,
it
one
to the
second.
wicket keeper, but he would run and like
No,
run
You
and
won't give me an
just,
like,
opening to talk about topics and I don't give a shit.
it's just spiteful, na Sriram. Can you imagine the pettiness of the guy who runs in?
Cool. We're taking a
Sorry,
break,
Nav.
guys. We're taking a break and then we'll see how this works.
Okay, I'll eat my sausage. May I eat my
see how this
sausage? May I eat,
works.
You
you want to see
can
my
go down on
sausage?
yourself. Yeah.
Do you like to
No,
see my
nobody.
sausage? Yeah.
Okay, people, what a great show. Okay, don't answer that. That's always a controversial thing. We're taking a quick break, and as we come out of it, we go into part 2. But before that, I have an urgent message which I forgot, which is I have to tell you to like and subscribe. That's right. Like and subscribe. How easy is that? So just like and subscribe so I don't have to say it again. See how painful it is for me.
Hi, hello everyone. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by actor Gulshan Devaya. Gulshan talks about his switch from fashion designing to movies and his new movie Blur, all set to release on the 9th of December. On This Round Is On Me, Gauri interacts with Jaitirth Ahya, founder of the Experience Co., about creating a community of ever-going eclectic professionals. On Just a Filmy Game Show, it's a crossover episode with Has It Aged Well, as Urjita and I compete for the title of Biggest Bollywood Divana or Divani. On Storytellers and Storysellers, Vineet talks to Ehsas Channa and Shreyasi Sharma, the star and the creator of the hit Girlyappa show Girls Hostel. And on The Origin of Things, Deepika Gopalakrishnan narrates the origin of the private residence of a 19th century shipping magnate. Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcasts.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, Kotak Privy League Program and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you for making this possible.
Cool.
Wow. I'm having a real sausage fest, guys. Fabulous.
You haven't finished it yet. Let's like a lot of time to finish one sausage.
Whoa, there were three.
Okay, then that's good enough. Yeah.
I,
I'll also
IVM
have
had
to-
budget. IVM had budget. Not a silly omelette they feed me. Otherwise, horrible omelette. I'm buried, man.
Yeah.
Cyrus, I was
Just
thinking
talking-
about this.
Sriram,
Question for you.
Before the break, you were saying
Yeah,
the problem
question
was
for you.
orange, the orange bikini. So
No,
I
no.
I've got myself an orange for safety.
Nice, nice.
Mm.
Question for you, Cyrus
Hmm.
Naveen.
Hmm.
Theoretically, is it
The answer
possible
is
for a-
100%.
Okay, this is great because the question is theoretically, is it possible for a bowler to have a run up from long on?
What? Harold Howard was about 10 yards from the end of the field. Well, that's what they said. It was like a 60,
But
70
that's
step
still
run up.
from that's still from
Michael Holding, the
distance,
young
no?
Michael Holding was also about 10 meters from the end of the field.
No, I'm saying long on the other side, from like third man long
Well,
on. Can some
Malcolm Marshall was like that. He would run more from long off to the right hander. Naveen will tell you. He did. They call it that devilish run up is because it was angled and then
Yeah,
turned.
but I'm saying off in the sense like, can you run from behind the batsman as you're running?
So if you come from third man and
Hmm.
then you come
Sorry,
round
third
mid
man, my bad.
wicket,
Yeah.
so you're saying idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot.
My
Really,
bad.
one
I
Cam
got my
Bram who doesn't
cricketing
get
positions
numbers. Like,
wrong. Yeah.
what the? Are you Parsi?
Sorry. I
Are you
am
half Parsi? There must be something going wrong here.
something very,
Unbelievable. You wanted
very
to
believable.
mention third man. You took me to long
Sorry.
on.
Sorry,
Look at
sorry,
Naveen's
sorry.
face. You
Third man in
upset him.
fine leg. Third man in fine
Yeah.
leg. Sorry, size. Yeah. Is it
I've done it
possible?
in gully cricket just to irritate people. Just run from all over and
I
Yeah,
thought that's funny. I thought that'd be funny
yeah,
where if
yeah.
someone does.
So we are
Cool.
ahead of our time, Sriram. You and
They're
me.
very ahead of
They
it.
should have selected us. We are very innovative cricketers, but just didn't make that a
Yeah.
final grade. Look, Naveen's
Yeah.
getting pissed off. He doesn't like cricket talk, and I can see his body language is not good. This is like Aisha and
Yeah.
me at a date, honestly. And Naveen is me. Naveen is me. Just for the record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Much
And
like my
Aisha
real
talking about
life.
cricket a lot.
Yeah, it's out of
That's
Mm.
hand right now.
okay.
Now you
Uh,
talk while I eat. Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm amazed you're still like talking and eating right now at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like a gift you
And
have,
don't
Cyrus.
spit. Mm.
Right, Cyrus.
Chalo, boys, get to a topic.
Yeah.
No, I have to do all this.
Hey, listen. How many fruits are you allowed a day with diabetes?
I didn't check.
Diabetes.
I'm just having
No?
one orange because that's all that's available. I don't really eat fruit, to be honest. So it
Yeah.
doesn't count. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But do you
Does
have a
that
restriction
answer
on
your
how
question?
many like you can
I,
have a
I I
day?
think there's certain fruits you're not supposed to have, but I haven't been checking for months. I'm just feeling fine. If I just die, you know what happened. Partly the podcast conversation
HIV,
and
I
partly,
guess. Oh, I don't know. Huh? Okay.
well, one can only hope. Sorry. I apologize.
Y'all are like very amused by your own selves. Now both of you just like love
Yeah,
this
yeah.
fucking rapport y'all have. That you'll
So
fucking
Naveen,
just go
that's
on
why
and on.
we live in such
Shut
a
the
bubble.
fuck up. No, for 2 minutes.
Naveen,
No,
Naveen,
both
no,
of y'all
listen.
calm the
We
fuck
think
down
we're
for 2 minutes.
successful
No.
comics
People in
because
the
we only
comments,
listen to
I have
what
lost
we
interest.
react.
Yeah,
Our
suck
own
your own asses.
reaction
Why
tells
don't y'all
us,
just like this form
oh
of fucking
man,
snake that's it's everlasting and sucking its own ass? Both of y'all can just enjoy this because y'all are just like going on and on. You don't know how difficult Kajol has been ranting about this for the longest time, and I fucking agree. I'm trying to empathize with somebody where I'm like, can I get a gateway? Can I get an in where I can suggest a topic at least?
may
Y'all are
I?
both like, yo, can I ask you a question? Then I ask you a question. Then we both
In our
amuse each other.
defense, in our
Oh, Jesus
defense,
Christ. This
I
is
totally
amazing.
think
Happy
Sriram
Friday to
crossed the
me, right?
line by suggesting you bowl from third man and come all
Bowl
the way
from your
around.
own asshole. I don't
I
give a
was
shit.
just,
Your fucking football and your
that was
cricket
too
and your.
much.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nothing to talk about. Done. The episode's
Sorry,
done.
Naveen. Sorry,
No,
Naveen.
no, ask each other questions. No, ask more questions about from
Navu!
where long off and long
Nava!
Okay.
on and
Navu!
batting and
That is
bowling and
question for
taking
you.
a
Do you
whole.
think Naveen is
Was a
overreacting?
little.
I
I
am,
think
yeah, I'm definitely overreacting. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what
the thing
I'm
is, Naveen,
here
when
for,
Naveen
to
was a
overreact.
producer back in the day, he was so well behaved. Now he does get
No,
angry,
I was
but I'm
dying
not
on the
sure if
side
he's.
also, Cyrus. You don't know exactly. I was not vocal or expressing my opinions. This happens a lot. Okay, I've killed myself
My
constantly for
God,
this.
I feel like Julius Caesar. So you hated me. You came to the Senate, ate my cake, had fun, and then you stabbed me because for 12 years you've hated
What
me, but I didn't
what
know.
fun? What
That's not, but I didn't know. So I feel a little, cheated. If I knew, I would have
okay, cool.
addressed it.
Cyrus, I
Uh,
think for the
Yeah.
next
Sriram,
2
say
minutes,
sorry. You
Now it's
apologize
all
for.
now it's
Naveen
all
should
out
start.
in the open,
Samir is
right?
saying
Even the
Naveen's
fans
anger is
agree.
justified.
People have
He's
been
won the
listening.
people. He's got the popularity vote.
Listen,
Where's
in the
proof?
room, they agree. They all agree with this. Just like, just
Okay.
give us a break
Last
sometimes and
thing,
let people.
last thing. Let's eat humble pie and accept that we have been too much
So
and
you
just
eat your
going on our
santara
own.
quietly.
And yeah,
Just,
while we do that, I want to just one last time say, could you bowl from square leg? That's it. That's it.
I'll square a leg inside someone's butt. I feel at this point. Uh, Next topic. Okay,
Yes, sir.
can we all reset and we start properly? Okay.
Okay, fine.
Our fellow comedian Kunal
Should we play
Kamra.
the intro again? No. Huh.
See, I'm just shut up. That's what I'm saying. Just when I start talking, can you just stop talking?
Now it's Sriram. Huh? I was quiet. It's not me. It's completely him.
You know, this is what we used to do in the improv group also, and we tell you to shut the fuck up sometimes, right? Just learn to do that. Everything is not a joke. Fuck, man. Just like you do this. You host from there, not from Gurgaon, bastard.
Can't. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Gurgaon and bastard go together. Is that what you're saying?
It's like,
Don't say that.
Can't vote from
like
Gurgaon.
my
The
only
air
thing
is-
over here is to come and have a breakdown so then people can at least tune into this podcast. Is that
No,
what it is?
everybody's Naveen, everybody's supporting you. They all believe that you're in the right. Don't worry.
I'm not even.
This guy
I've
talks too
asked
much.
Vishnu to turn my
Yes,
comments off. So I don't
Sriram
have to
doesn't
look at
allow
them
us-
also at this point.
He is what we call in racing circles chows. He causes chows wherever he goes. CHAOS.
You know what? You know the topic, Sriram. Take the topic, and then we
Oh,
start
this
from
is a
there.
great topic.
Yeah, yeah.
Calm down,
Kunal
everybody.
Kamra has joined.
Om Narottam Mishra.
See, they keep
Now,
doing this. This is like a fucking weird. He'll talk, he keeps interrupting. I talk, he interrupts. Then it's just like a vicious cycle.
but why it's a
Fuck, this
podcast?
podcast
We're
has
all
gone off
supposed
the
to talk,
rails.
Baba.
We're
We're
all
all
supposed to talk at
supposed
the
to
same
talk.
time, isn't it? Like it's just supposed to be
No,
like a
no, no, not more like tennis. It would be better. We would. Yeah,
one
you're right.
person talks.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
one person talks till the
Go
topic is
ahead.
at least said, and then you're like, Antarish doesn't finish the topic. Poor guy has been trying for the past 10 years to finish one topic because you'll keep interrupting him constantly, and then wonder why he is just like, and he'll take it
Okay,
sideways also
okay.
because he needs the job. Okay, I'm
Wow.
like kind of at
Okay,
the edge
Mr.
of my
Union
chair.
Leader, bolo na topic kya hai? हाँ,
No, Sriram must
Kunal
listen to the
Kamra.
topic because he was
Kunal
interrupting me.
Kamra.
Now he'll say, yeah,
Yes.
Kunal Kamra.
Kunal Kamra.
So Kunal Kamra, famous comedian turned politician, has joined Rahul Gandhi, famous politician turned comedian, in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So
We love the spin. Don't worry. Go on.
at this point, thoughts. Yes, I'll just keep it at thoughts.
Yeah, I think for Kunal Kamra, he's not making a statement, political or social or otherwise. He just simply needs to lose weight and found somebody to walk with. So I think we should
He is, yeah,
respect that.
yeah.
Isn't he
Fair
a bit
enough.
portly? Naveen's type.
Podgy, yeah, say that word. No,
Podgy.
no, he lost a
Portly
lot
is
of
not.
weight and now he'll gain it again. We
Because
almost
let me tell
lost
you
it.
about fat.
Yeah,
Your genetic blueprint is stuck by the age of 8, 9, it's the way it is. So you've got that many fat cells in your body. So if you want to stay thin, you got to be very careful once you lose weight because it just go back. As I tell all my podgy friends, including myself. Yeah.
I
Great,
think
great topic.
no.
Naveen,
Apart
your
from
thoughts.
all of this, I think it's a good thing right now. Like the
No,
way
so
it's kind of being happening around the
but he said
country.
something interesting. He
Yeah, yeah,
said, if I remember correctly, that most people are scared to be photographed with Rahul and all because of the powers that be, etc. So they
it's fear.
decline, even though
Yeah,
they want to walk. No, they want to come, but they won't do it out of fear. So,
yeah.
Sriram, I want to ask you: were you invited, and would you have gone, Sriram?
I wasn't invited, and because I wasn't invited, I'm going to say I wouldn't have gone.
I have another spin on it. I think you did go, but you were a square leg while they were at the pitch. So as usual, you were wandering around like an idiot somewhere else, and Rahul's going, Sriram, Sriram.
No, last week we had a show in Bombay, and one of our comics was planning on joining them. And at the same time, I had a parallel show, so I couldn't go there either. So I was like, please don't go for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, so you
Who's
can
the
be on the
comic?
lineup.
Who
I
went?
can't
Who
name
went?
that because
Why? See, this is what,
because
man. Well, if you go, you go.
I
What's me?
because they were supposed to go for the walk and then they couldn't go because
Oh, they
of
didn't
our
go.
show. Yeah, they
Okay, if they
couldn't
didn't go,
go.
that's fine.
Yeah,
No, they
yeah.
didn't go because they couldn't go, or they didn't go because they got scared. Please be honest.
No, they didn't get scared. They wanted to go genuinely, but then they had
I have a
a
friend of
commitment to
mine
our
who does
show.
a food show who can't be named. He was supposed to go and interview Rahul Gandhi, and there were some channels that had opened it up for them and all that. But he had to go and do the walk and all that and do it at the same time over food. But he also chickened out. But I can't name him. I don't want to name him. I'm not going to put my
Veer
friend in any kind of
Sangvi,
trouble.
right? Yeah.
Damn you, Sri! You're so good.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank
really, the way you nail things. Boom. Yeah.
But you can
You're the
see that,
Narottam Mishra
yeah,
of today. Yeah. Huh.
every day, all night. I
Yeah. It's
think,
a bit.
no, go
you.
for it.
No, it's a bit sad. It is true. Let's not beat around the bush. Most people are scared to associate themselves. Forget friggin' two-bit comedians and celebrities. What about businessmen and all? They're all scared. Even if they privately support or are against the government, they're just not going to go and do anything. They just back off. This silence is the biggest fear in any society. The
That's
fear
for
of
sure. Like
silence.
the
I
more
And
we
yet you
like,
don't.
tell us,
I think
even in the
Naveen,
corporate
you tell
circles
us to
when
keep
we
quiet all the time.
no, you all
You
talk.
want us
I'm
to be
encouraging
silent.
it. I want you all to talk as much as possible because then that makes
no.
my job
Okay, just
easier.
a question. I don't think most people are scared though. I feel the ones who want to talk, have already spoken. Kamra on the one end, I think he's just there for limelight. I think we all know that.
That's
He
a bit
really doesn't
mean.
give a shit.
But
He
at
really
least he's
doesn't
put
give
his
a
money where
shit.
his mouth is, Sriram. He's put his money where his mouth is from the beginning. He's
He's
gone
putting
and
his
supported.
chappals where his feet are. I agree,
Whatever,
but
but you got to hand it out to him that he's gone and done that because
I don't
of
think it's
someone
a
similar.
no. Don't you? Aren't you telling me this is not like political lobbying in its own way? Like I was actually like,
You're endorsing the product.
How did Raghuram Rajan end up with Rahul Gandhi? I feel like that was odd because
It's
typically
not odd.
typically the
Why is it?
governor of the RBI, or
He,
like the RBI is
one
supposed to
second.
be independent
Now,
of the
don't you have
ruling
an
party,
internal
right?
Tambram newspaper which tells you the truth? It ended with a very bad in a very bad way with the present government. I mean,
Yeah,
they were completely at cross
I
swords.
get
They were
it. I get
completely
it.
at
But
it, and
that's why
he didn't hold. He's done lectures abroad where he
I
can speak
know
more
that.
freely.
I
I presume.
respect the guy. I respect the guy. I think he's actually one of the best sort of governors for RBI that we've had. Having said that, I feel like now it seems like when it's like it's pretty much given that he's going to get a ticket in the next a Congress ticket in the next
But
elections,
what
and
is the I don't understand. If he's opposed to the present government and he feels that as a person in a
then
position of power,
don't you
he
feel all
felt
his
that they were doing the
decisions
wrong
as
thing. So,
guys, then don't you feel all his decisions as RBI governor is suspect because the RBI is supposed to work independent of the government, right?
but Baba, that's the whole point that you're making. The point you're making is why he wants to stand and oppose the present government, because he's completely lost faith in the system and the way things were run then, and hence he's gone on the complete front foot actually. Which is rare for
Yeah,
an
that's
Indian.
also
We've just
fair.
discussed
That's also
how
fair. That's a fair point as well. Yeah, I guess that's also
so
fair.
again he's again Kunal Kamra and him are being quite open. I don't see any issue there.
I don't. I think like I feel like
Okay, you can say that. You can say I totally accept that. You can say that Kunal Kamra uses this. There's a bit of Machiavellian thinking there, and that I use the position. This is where I come from. This is my status, and it's very
yeah,
clear. And then left of center, everybody wants to support him, and it helps him commercially because now
yeah.
he gets paid 45 lakhs just to come and say hi. My name is Kunal, and then he says Vijaykar if it's an orange audience, and an action is taken subsequently. But
Hmm.
you can say that, but I'm saying it still takes. I mean, they've taken a stand. You can't deny that. That's what I'm saying.
Sure. I guess that's valid as well. I think like at some level, I think like any sort of I think because this government is so immune to criticism, any sort of criticism, no matter
Immune?
how immune as in like
I would say
like
that's perhaps not the right word to use.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's not the right
let's
word. Yeah.
say they don't encourage any sort of
Encourage,
criticism
yeah. So
and actively discourage.
any sort of targeted approach to have an opposition in place is always a good thing. So I guess that's also fair in its own
But
way.
my only one problem is even if I wanted to support Rahul Gandhi and gang, I don't. I hate walking. It's an overrated. I mean, my fight with cardio is worse than my fight with any government. Because
Mm.
cardio and vegetarianism are honestly not healthy or beneficial to anybody. But this
Mm.
is like, I mean, who do I how do I who do I talk to? How do I get this across, man?
I
Don't
think
waste your
that's the
time walking.
exact platform you should start your
If you
path on.
cannot bowl right arm round the square leg umpire, I mean, there's no point playing the game as far as I'm concerned. Walking.
While eating beef,
Walking is
then
such a waste of time. The moment man discovered the horse, they stopped walking. Civilization. Then you idiots go back and do this nonsense. So I'm just not a fan of walking. Please,
I
just
Yeah.
like
remember
how
that.
you use the word discovered, like like this
We
is
did.
something that just we had
Well,
to
Yeah, they were like,
discover.
I'd rather have my ass crack being hit by a backbone of an animal than walk. That's
Can
more,
I tell you guys
yeah.
a story?
although some people in power have said that India invented the horse, and you have to whatever that means. So
Yeah.
you put things
They
together,
found a
rub
mosquito
two
with the genetics.
oranges, and
Yeah.
yeah, something like
Fair
that.
enough, fair enough.
Okay.
Can I tell you guys a story? One of my
Yeah,
friends,
but you're
she once
talking in
told
this
me
sad
that
way.
she lost her virginity while sitting on a horse. Like that's how
Who
like her
who lost the virginity?
a friend of mine. Like that's how the
Her hymen
hymen.
burst by sitting on a
Yeah,
horse.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not
that's what she
impossible.
calls
Hey,
Sriram's face.
hey, well done.
Yay.
But I don't want to bring sexuality into it. But the horse was a
Hmm,
mare. But
fair
that's
enough,
fine. That's
fair
fine.
enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was a meh in that
Yeah,
You
but this
wanted to be
happens
a
a lot of
saddle.
time, right? Like
Uh,
in so many households in India where they're like, yo, on the Suhagrat night we'll check if the girl's virgin, and if the hymen's already split because they rode a bicycle or like were on a speed breaker or on a horse,
Sorry, my wife's
Hmm.
then
asking me to come for
yeah.
coffee. Please tell her I'm in the middle of a live podcast and I can just walk out, even though you want me to, Naveen. I can't.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I should take him one less person to worry about on this panel
He's
then.
saying take him one less person to worry about. He's been quite irritated with me and Sriram talking needlessly throughout the
Yeah,
show.
she's married to you. She gets it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
she
why
totally gets it.
are you justifying it to her?
You talk loudly, fast if you have anything to say.
For those reasons,
Nailed it, bro.
I don't
That's how
get
I do
this.
it.
I don't get this. Fuck off.
I don't need a horse. I got
Yeah,
my own
yeah.
style. All right.
Acha,
What are
Yeah.
we doing?
speaking of horses and mares, our next topic is from the Cambridge Dictionary. There's an update to the terms man and woman. The definitions have been evolved now.
Oh, the
Earlier, it used to
wokeism.
be not
Yeah.
wokeism. I don't think this is identification of the wokeism. More like because people have said it's just
It's
generally
gender
what the situation.
biology. Yeah.
Yeah, like the difference between Oxford and Cambridge is Oxford is more concerned with like giving you the definition and the origin, but Cambridge
So
will
politically
use that in
correct is
a
Cambridge.
No, Cambridge uses that an example as statement, so you know exactly how to use that word. So hence, when you're referring to a trans person who's either trans man or trans woman, the definitions are beyond what gender norms are assigned at birth, right?
What is
So that
like?
yeah.
What is the definition?
So the definition now is an adult who lives and identifies as male, though they have been said to have a different sex at birth. So now it's like they now identify and live as a male, even though they were at birth female, AFAB as they call it, or AMAB based on the gender you're
Born
given at birth.
female, think you're male. Born male, think you're female.
Yeah, so like when you identify with a certain gender after you grow up, that's what your gender is.
Can you
What you
be like
conform to.
male week and female on the weekends, or is that like wrong?
I think you can. That's for
I'm
gender
seriously
fluidity,
asking. Why
right?
can you
Yeah,
go up
yeah,
and down? I'm not trying to be
yeah.
funny. I'm asking
That's
you
what
seriously.
gender fluid is. That only when you're on the
People do
spectrum where
that.
you're like
Does anyone do that, Naveen?
yeah, a lot of my friends they feel certain way certain days, so they
That was my
portray
original
themselves
idea.
more masculine or feminine. Yeah, you can also try that. Not to like on the
I'm
weekends,
just
whatever.
like I'm like a duck. I don't have any gender. Ducks don't have any genders now. We're just ducks. DUCK, no F there, Sriram.
Yeah. So for
After your
example, when you
spell egg
refer to
controversy.
women, okay, so when you refer to women, you
Sorry.
would say she was the first trans woman elected to a national office. You know,
Ah,
so even though she was assigned male at birth, she transitioned to a woman, and now that's the definition
ooh.
for that. Yeah.
So trans, you have to always say trans woman or man. You can't just say trans
Yeah, you can't just say
because
trans. Yeah,
yeah. So
a
trans
trans
woman
person is more
is
respectful,
what she
but like
chooses to be now. Right now, this is what she is,
correct.
irrespective of what she
Question.
was. Yes, please.
Question for you, Naveen.
Please ask.
What if they were in a deep meditative state? Can you call that they are in a trance at that point?
Are
Yeah.
you referring to Narottam Mishra again, who in his deep meditative state gave us Rang Besharam?
Yeah, the colors. He saw orange only when closed his
Yeah,
eyes.
orange.
Yeah.
Is it true
Yeah.
they're changing Santa Claus to Santa Claus? Is this part of the new movement?
Hey, but okay, it's a interesting. Naveen, I want to ask you then, how does like I think this sort of gives it a lot of like legitimacy in its own way, and especially how much PR all these like annual words added to the dictionary thing
Yeah.
that these things generate.
It's
How
by the way,
does
it's
that
very
sort of
controversial. If you go on the internet now, with the
uh,
right-leaning people saying, "What the hell? We won't accept anything. What you're born is what you are," etc., etc.
yeah,
So
those
whenever you
guys
have
go
this
and read Oxford, I guess. So yeah, so they refer to
Yeah.
the Oxford
um,
dictionary.
And for everything else, this urban dictionary where you can talk about like what's the definition of fisting and like edging and all of that. They have everything. So
In
it's for
fact, the
the
Urban
corrupt
Dictionary
mind.
is a precursor to the Cambridge and Oxford Dictionary to eventually,
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it.
Adhyapak, Adhyapak ji, what is the edging?
Edging. uh,
Sriram, you
uh,
know?
Yeah, I
yeah,
do.
he because his whole life he's done that.
So I guess it's pretty not
Like how,
heterosexual then.
Acha,
Go
so
on.
how we.
edging is okay. So should I go?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah.
okay, edging is when you're doing the deed like to yourself, not with anybody else around you.
Masturbating.
Yeah. So if it could be you and could be a group of
Or
friends
even
around with you
sexually,
also.
right?
Sorry.
Let him talk, bro. I can't. I got to learn here. I'm trying to
No,
learn
acha.
something.
So
So he's
edging is
masturbating.
trying to
Then,
avoid orgasm. So for men essentially, since it's so fast and so rapid, whatever, you just like.
oh, you
So the
stop
idea
short.
is like, yeah. So when you're going to hit the mother load, you stop, and then
Wow.
you kind of keep going, and then when the final
I,
like
for me,
so
it used to
orgasm
happen
happens
even
after.
during sex because the woman would leave very
Yeah. So
quickly.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
That's edging. She edged you one
Sriram,
way.
don't act like yours is different. All right.
Oh my God.
Your
Did
plastic
we have
doll
sex with
doesn't
the same
qualify as a
woman,
woman.
Cyrus? I don't know.
No, same doll.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
And
suggest.
please, next time, wash and send, Baba. Wash and send. Please.
Cool.
Edging.
Okay,
AMAs.
sorry,
We taught
Naveen,
people something today if they didn't know edging.
I have
That's
an
great.
Yeah.
alternate definition for edging. You know how when
No.
Naveen wants to
Okay.
make a point and neither of us allow him to, that's edging. Like it's
That's exactly what edging is. Yeah, you fucking
edging.
horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay,
So
cool.
we come for him. We completed for him.
We come forth for him.
All right. Sorry, Nav.
Cool.
What's next?
Next is the AMAs because we tried our best with the topics and we did something, and here we are now on a
Not
Friday
the worst
evening.
show.
Not the worst
Once.
show, but like
Yeah.
y'all take the
Could have
weekend
been
to think
better.
about how y'all
Naveen
have
could
hurt
have,
me.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Come back on
Sounds
Monday
like my
with an
mom
answer.
now. You say you take the weekend to think about what you've done. I feel like I'm 9.
Damn it.
Absolutely. Okay. Cool. Next AMAs. Should we start with the childless couples, wala? Shraddha Dattar.
Whoa.
Should India start giving benefits for childless couples / people?
The
No, they
world
should
should
give
start.
therapists. Because if you don't have a
Yeah.
kid, your marriage is in trouble anyway. Within 10 years, the both of you are wondering what you're doing together. So therapists, therapy,
You have
important
more
for me.
money to travel and live a better life. I think that's what it is up.
And can you believe, just see how different our communities are. So for the Parsi community, they're giving benefits for you to have as many children. And
Yeah.
and now because of population issue in general speak,
Hmm.
Shraddha's rightly saying that, there's
Yeah.
them benefits for not having kids.
Sharda. Huh.
Sharda. And living in the same area, literally. So yeah, this one couple have more children. Like I'm trying my best, bro, but at 51, I gotta tell you, all I can
So
do is
are you
lift the
saying
weights.
childless as in like, oh, they couldn't conceive because of
No, no, no.
situations, or
They
because
decide
this
not to. Whether
not to
whether
have
they can or
children?
not, they
Yeah.
decide
Which
not
is
to. It's a
also a larger
active
problem,
choice.
right?
You
Because
should get a bonus every year
microplastics.
for not having a
No,
child.
that's not the issue. The issue is that
Yeah, but
you don't
just
want
putting
to,
it up. Yeah.
because there are too many people, kids that you can adopt, plants that are extra that need
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
There's
Absolutely. So many of my
animals.
friends, like our entire generation, has been like, "Ki, why do you want to bring kids into this world? Like,
I'll
this
tell
got
you. I'll
nothing
tell you
nice about it."
where. Yeah, I'll tell you where this thing really like irks me is in a corporate sort of setting where it's almost designed for families. Like if say you in an office, right, want to take an off and you have some issue, like say I generally take offs with like mental health stuff, right? So if I am explicit about the fact that okay, you know what, like not feeling up for it today, just generally feeling low, that'll be frowned upon. But if someone's like, hey, my kid is having fever, then suddenly they're like, yeah, that's a
You
valid
can't call their
excuse.
bluff, brother, because everybody has kids in management. You can't call
Yeah,
the bluff. You're
yeah,
screwed because of
and I
that.
think like
But put
if
Samir's comment
anything,
back.
like, huh?
See Samir's
Yeah,
comment, because the practical issue
Well,
here.
then it's
I mean,
expensive.
he's saying 2 lakhs per year. I'm telling you, in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, the Cal and Chennai, the big cities, it's even more, because you're going
Yeah,
to do
it's even more
tuitions, you're going to do excursions, you're going to do extracurricular stuff,
curricular.
you're going to
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
for them more as the years go by, and then college is not cheap, and then they want to go abroad. So what the hell?
yeah.
You're screwed completely. Think about that. Government should pay for education.
What if you don't
Why?
have?
If
Okay, Shovik
Narottam
Bagchi has
Mishra
a
can
follow-up
take
question.
some time to look at the educational policies and what we are doing in terms of give and take with citizens,
And
instead of focusing on the bikini, I feel maybe that
yeah,
is, maybe I'm just putting it out as a suggestion. Maybe the bikini not that important. Maybe Pathan the film not something that should be the cynosure of the political eye. It should be more things like education and cost
in
of
fact, we should stop having kids so that the next generations of Pathans and Narottam Mishras aren't there.
or you could
Yeah,
stop having
yeah.
bikinis also. So I mean, it's either source. These
I'm
are the
pretty sure
Yeah.
two.
Narottam has like some
Definitely,
7 boys only.
and
Yeah.
Sriram, no kids in bikinis, okay? Because that he cannot digest. I've
There was
spoken
some.
to
There
him.
was also like some IPS guy who zoomed in on like different body parts of Deepika to say ki this is what Mrs. Ranveer Singh is doing, and then everybody was like, "You're a grown ass man zooming into some other man's wife and putting on Twitter."
Married
Yeah,
woman
yeah. So
pictures, yeah.
where's your shame? The
Yeah.
same thing, right? Like I remember going by train from Binder to Dadar or wherever I used to work, right? And it was the same. Like first half an hour they do the bhajans, they do the we're so pure and puerile. Then they're asking each other who has the latest porn, and they're watching it together like a group activity. This is all this country is. That's what it is. Ki dikhawa karo ki hum log bhagte hain, and then do the same
This is
fucking shit
why,
behind back.
Naveen, I feel very hurt that you have not recognized the beauty of Sriram and me, where we discuss sex, porn, and all the filth first, and then become
Hmm.
saviors of the human race. So we
Exactly.
actually, if you scratch the
Yeah.
underbelly of the beast, we turn out to be the
We
great Mother
are
Teresas of the
we
world.
are the
And we are not.
electorate
Yeah.
that gave
Shine
them
your
the
torch on
mandate.
us, Naveen. Shine
This
your
this
torch
this
on us.
incel Narottam
Let us
behavior is
shine.
like if I
Yeah.
can't have her, I'm gonna put her down on Twitter. That kind of behavior, fucking. Anyways,
The
Shovik
uh,
only
had an
thing I
interesting
thought
Shovik,
of
point.
Shovik
when,
had a question follow up for
yeah,
that one.
go on.
Can we put it up?
Yeah.
Wait, if they don't have kids, then what is the retirement plan? I mean, retirement plan can be inclusive of you having a good time until you figure out that
No,
post
I think
70
all
I'm
of
not gonna
sorry,
be.
Naveen,
Yeah.
I feel all of that should. I think like people who
But
don't
this is a
have kids
very
should be
Indian and
given
certain.
compensation. Just fucking just.
No, no, but this is a cultural thing. This is only to do with India and some other countries around the world, or even Italy for that matter, where the kids and the parents have this bond forever. Practically,
Yeah.
emotional bond everybody has, but practically in the West, the practicality is gone by the time you're 18 or 19. I have my in-laws side, and I know how they live. It's very different. It's completely
Yeah.
different. They
Not
just
to
they
mention it, the
go.
Italian parent thing is also very like, yeah, I've
Yeah,
noticed that so
Italians
much.
too.
Yeah.
We've worked with one guy who was telling us how the similarity. But no, so there are cultures. It's not just India. There are other cultures. But I'm just saying,
Papa.
we're stuck with that. Like
Hmm.
people ask me, why do you still stay with your parents, etc. over the years and all. But if you don't leave by the time you're 22, 23, 25, you can't leave. Naveen,
Yeah.
wasn't it hard for you to get out of the house later on?
Absolutely. No,
In
no,
in
it was
terms of
very
feeling
easy.
guilt, I'm saying, feeling a little guilt. Yeah,
Guilt, yeah, of course, but then I still am close to them, so I check up on them once in a while. It's not like I'm gone,
yeah,
gone. But if I
yeah.
had the option to leave the country, I would,
Hmm.
away from all of
But if
this.
Sriram and I were your parents, would you have stayed?
I would have killed myself by now. I would have literally like, if you all were in the same room together, I would have just like showed you all exactly how I'm gonna commit suicide. And I'm sorry,
Mummy, he
this is
still
triggering
loves
for
us.
people, but I'm so
There's a lot of anger, but he loves us. Don't worry.
yeah. Sriram knows I hate love him so much. Next
No,
question.
if they don't love you, let them hate you. What's the point of in between? In between is you're just a nobody, just another person going to
Yeah,
work 9 to 5.
all Indian boys
Be
and
the
girls
worst or
should
be
leave
the
home.
best. I told the
Yeah,
kids, fail everything or just be the best. No point in the middle. In the middle is a waste of time. Yeah. So Sriram, we're doing well,
no.
huh? This is not happening for us the last few years. My dad asked me for his monthly pension. I think he's doing this tongue in cheek, but Indians we're stuck because this is a cycle that has gone on from before us. To
Yeah,
break it
I
is not
feel,
going to be easy.
but Size, with your experience like raising children and all, like,
I wouldn't.
what
That's a
was your
loose word.
approach?
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
what was your approach in the sense that very few parents approach it? Okay, I'm going to have
okay,
someone
understand
and
one
I'm going
thing.
to give them the
My
best life
wife,
that they can have,
no, but
as
my
opposed
wife
to a
is from a
retirement plan.
my wife is from a
Huh,
boarding school background, Rishi Valley.
huh,
Okay, so
huh,
she's very independent natured and also she doesn't understand this ladla culture of Indian males sitting at home in South Bombay. Mummy, can I have 50 bucks? I just take money from my mom. I still do. It drives her
hmm,
nuts that you don't operate your account and or you come home at
huh,
2 in the morning and mom, what's there to eat? Wake up the old
yeah,
lady, etc. Try doing that to your wife. That's not really an experience you'd like.
hmm,
So yeah, so we're very different. So she's very clear that they have the independence and trying to push that and all. But I'm already feeling sad. My son went to
yeah.
Canada. I felt like Amit Doshi in IVM. I was like, what am I doing here? You know?
Hmm. But that's good. That's what shows that the bond is strong enough for you to miss them and love them. But you have to have your individuality in this country. That's the whole point, right? Like
Bro,
Yeah.
I
bro.
feel no. One
So,
second,
They
one second, one second.
huh,
I'll finish my point and then we can all chime in together. I was saying that like as soon as I left home, like all the things I was shunning myself from being, right? Like being more like happy, just generally having the idea of like making love to people I want to, and in that sense
hmm,
that if it's so frowned upon in my family's eyesight, boy or
hmm.
girl, I can't have that.
freedom,
I can't.
freedom.
Yeah. So where
No,
do
I
you
think,
masturbate as a grown
sorry,
man? Like
Naveen.
what the fuck? It's all
Yeah,
like just it's in your face in this country, right?
Actually, what
Naveen,
you're
and in
using about
addition
sexual
to that,
analogies, but you're talking about freedom. You need that
Yeah.
freedom.
This is
They
why
it's
in
cannot
this
not, I
country,
understand
think,
beyond
like
sexual
kids are sleeping
analogy.
in the same room and mom and dad are humping each other on the bed and they think that
Yeah.
that
nobody
is
knows, but
all,
the bed is
that
creaking.
fucks you
All
up
of
in a
that.
weird way, of course. And
Exactly.
at the
Then sex
same time, I
becomes a
think that's what I
fucking
was
weird thing.
getting
Yeah.
at. It's not just the freedom in that sense. I feel, I mean, even you would have experiences in the sense that just subconsciously there's so many like shitty influences that you start to imbibe just by sharing the same space. And I feel like once you move out, you start to like be aware of it, and that
Yeah.
starts to really like be a game changer for you. I think like I know size with Mikhail, for instance, I feel like did he want to move out, or was it on his
No,
end as
he
well?
won't.
Okay,
Why would I want to
I think
spend
that's
lakhs
the
of rupees on education?
but
I
that's
was
the
like,
best thing you could have. That's
go
the
and get a
best thing
job.
you could have done.
No, but
That's the
good for
best.
him.
Please.
Yeah.
I got a heart
Yeah.
attack. I came back one night and he said, look, I want to go to Canada. And he started showing me prospectus and all that. Went online and I'm just looking at the fees. He's showing me
Yeah,
gardens and all the
he was like,
facilities.
I'd
And I'm like,
rather you shared
wow, they've got a
porn
gym.
instead of.
Excellent. But look at
Uh,
that. They charge you.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Once he's done, he'll earn in Canadian dollars and then it's
No,
all
no.
good.
So the point is, you got to go when you're young. Otherwise, you're just
Mhm.
stuck in this circle again because you can't leave old
Yeah.
parents. It just
Or
won't
wait for
happen.
a war and then you can be a refugee somewhere. It's nice. You can live in a
Yeah.
nice den somewhere.
Man, you're so
Good.
full of positive thinking. You and Narottam Mishra, I tell you, just
I mean, there
more
are
power.
outs. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Next question. This one is from Aditya Sharada, who's also a Sharada. Is gaydar a real thing or just something of an urban legend?
I
Genuinely
can pick up. I
curious.
can pick up gay men. As in, I can't pick up gay men.
Like they're
I
just
can.
walking on old mother
I
and it's
mean,
like, come, I'll
I
pick
mean,
you
I'm
up, gay
good.
man.
All
I'm
Yeah,
right.
good. I'm
it's
good.
yeah, gaydar is
I'm
a
good.
real thing. It's
I'm not talking
absolutely a
about
real.
campmen. I'm not talking about campmen. I can basically tell when I sort of tell when a guy's gay.
Yeah,
Like Sriram,
absolutely.
I know you're gay, but and I have no problem with the fact that you want to hide it
About
because that's
30%.
your
Yeah.
decision. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sriram is definitely a bit queer in
I
general. Like
bit.
I've known him a long
We've had
time.
this conversation as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah.
he wrote the book. Yeah,
Yeah, Shakuntala Devi wrote the books on homosexuality.
yeah.
No, so I was
It's
saying
a
that
great
like
book.
the gaydar is a real thing because like the days of the days of train travel when I was just like straight up like eyeballing men and we had nothing. The men over there and I were pretty much like in a corporate clothes and like this,
But
but we knew
Oh,
there was
that's
like a layer
magical,
okay, like
dude.
you'll do.
That's
You know, that's
so
like an
magical.
agreement.
That's so magical.
but in
Yeah.
India,
Yeah,
that's an
yeah.
odd thing because men stare at you for no reason anyway, so you can't tell for sure. Because they just
Exactly.
always
So
stare.
that's where the gaydar
Especially if you
comes
look at.
in. The glare and the stare is the different thing. No,
Have
that's
you
what I'm saying.
noticed? don't get class conscious, but people from a low economic strata always stare at people from upper economic strata for some reason. Just stay
Yeah,
unblinking.
because they want to like admire what you have going for you, right?
Maybe, but
Yeah,
they just maybe fascinated in some way, but it comes across as aggressive, especially with the female focus, and you're wondering why people are staring at them, especially when they're not
yeah,
pretty, like
yeah. I
me
remember this
when I
one
was a
time
girl.
I was
I'm
wearing
now a
my
man. I discussed that. You guys allowed me. It's a weekend, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
off.
Open up, it's okay. You can
Yeah,
we'll tap your shoulder
she's
very
open
polite.
about it. She's open about it.
See, now you can edge for free. All right. Should we take one
We
more
had
question?
5 minutes of
Yeah.
balance in the conversation, and now we're going back to being children. And I think
Amit
Naveen is
just came to the studio
slowly
thinking
getting
that
it.
we're done with this. Amit's like, what happened
Yeah,
to Navin? Are you
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hope nobody called him and told him that he's having a breakdown in the studio. Okay,
Oh no,
Cyrus,
shit.
the last AMA from
Yeah.
Nishant Jairam. It says,
Mm.
Cyrus, if you were a dictator, which color would you ban for good?
The color I don't like, honestly, because I think it's overrated, is pink. And please, I
Hmm.
don't mean that as any sexual movement against anything or cancer or
No, no,
anything.
no. Yeah, I
I just
get
feel
it.
that
Pink is
pink,
overdone.
and suddenly all these guys around me started wearing pink and trying to act like really cool. And I don't think the Indian complexion, the pink works as well as perhaps with some other races. So yeah, so I think pink's overrated, and we should do
I think
something about
there's
it.
also various hues of pink that work, like the magenta and like the lighter pinks.
Srini,
It's the baby pink is the most like, jarring. Like it's in because it's such a thing that overtakes everything, right? Like
Baby pink is what? Jelusil color, is it?
yeah, Jelusil, but like little denser than that color. It's
Okay.
the kind of shorts Akash wears
okay,
nowadays.
quickly. Venki has come to meet me. So quickly tell me your colors. Fast. Fast, 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 fast. Quick,
No,
quick.
why do we have to ban stuff? Why are we that weird dictator that bans colors? Like
We
we can be a
must
good
to fit
dictator.
in.
Yeah.
We need to fit in. We
Ah, okay.
must do what he says. I
Yeah,
want to
Mm.
ban a color. Quick,
I
Sriram.
would ban turquoise
Venki.
because the spelling is weird.
Huh. Okay.
Just yeah,
Turquoise,
just don't ban
turquoise.
tortoises like suddenly,
Hmm.
like like just
Yeah,
by a typo somewhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
but also the descriptive colors when they have names like lilac, blue, or whatever. I think sometimes they overrate themselves with these big names and they turn out to be just another normal color at the end.
mm,
So I think
okay,
that should also be stopped.
cool.
Okay,
I'm
last
gonna take
word from Naveen.
one last question, and the answer is going to be straightforward, and both Sriram and I can agree on this. Can we
Yeah.
take Pranjal Oja's comment, please? AMA for Sriram and Naveen, wrong spelling, but is Vipul Goel the Bill Hicks of the
do
India
we do it
comedy
in the
scene?
count on the count of three, Naveen?
Three,
Three,
two,
2, 1. No.
no.
Who
That's our
is
show, guys.
one last question from Chacha
Great.
Brocha?
I love
Who
Vipul.
Yeah,
is
I think he's a
Vipul Goel?
great.
Who is Bill Hicks?
he's not the Bill Hicks of
He
India,
is the
Vipul
not
Goel.
Vipul Goyal of America.
Where
That's
do I come
Yeah.
for tuitions? Because some of these questions,
Back to the studio.
the question is coming from square leg, traveling by the umpire, and then going around and
You all
bowling from
had
third
to.
man.
At the end, also, you'll had to. Anyways, guys, follow what Cyrus says on Instagram to get the reels, and probably my meltdown will happen
Naveen, go
in
back,
a
go
reel
back.
form soon.
Naveen
We'll
not
पीछे,
see.
Naveen
meltdown. I
See.
पीछे.
think it's nice.
Sriram
It's
आगे,
good
Sriram आगे,
feedback.
दो step
Good
आगे.
feedback.
अबे Sriram आगे, left, 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 left. Okay, Naveen, back more,
I,
back more.
are we inside you right now? What's
Back.
happening?
बस. Oh,
Okay,
Sriram, पीछे. Sriram पीछे. Kando.
okay, cool.
Are you Rohit
Hi
Sharma
guys.
right now or what? Like,
My fingers paining.
And I've got great news for everybody. Yes, it is the end of the show. People are clapping and cheering because now it's over. The pain, the angst, the suffering, the strife. But remember, it's very simple. Like and subscribe. Everybody says the same thing. We have to repeat it as well because there's a whole... we have to follow this process. It's not in my hands, honestly. I don't want to do this sometimes, but we have to follow it. So please like and subscribe. And yeah, you can leave your comments. And please spell correctly because it's very irritating when you spell color with a K, for God's sake. Or Coca-Cola with a P. I mean, oh, that's Pepsi. Sorry.